Well, hey, welcome to A Tale of Three Cabins. I spared you some of the bloodshed, some of the gore. Bear's feet were getting a little gangrenous on the bottom there, so we had to do something. Today I'm going to be working on my garden area, finally. Now that I got that electric line in, I got some mulch down. Now it's time to do some major moving around by the shed, drilling some post holes, moving some dirt back and forth. So come on, check it out. So this is going to be my future garden. We're looking at 16 by 32. This used to be the area where we had the chicken run, and I had a bunch of trees that I took out earlier in some earlier videos. That's a clean out for the pipe that runs from my gutters to the house to a creek down the driveway a little bit. So I need to lower that because I want to be able to till without having that pipe in the way. And then I want to move this water tower out a little bit and give me some more room underneath the shed to make it easier to store things under there. So when I was running the electric line, I did measure that clean out, and the very bottom where the line runs is somewhere around 32 inches. So I want to dig out here about at least a good 16 inches and just cut the top off and recap it. And hopefully I'll remember where it is the next time I need to get in there, if I need to get in there. So that is the old garden behind there, and that's where our chickens reside now, and the old garden is kind of their run. And I used to use this water tower to water that garden. I'm still going to use it to water the new garden, but I just want to get everything out of the way so I can till in here, clean things up, and then kind of put things back in a neat, orderly fashion. And just for a little reference, it would take about 2 inches of rain coming off of our shed roof, and that would fill up this tank and probably give us about 275 gallons of water. If you're new to the tractor world or thinking about getting one, stock up on pallets. You're going to need quite a few pallets, one for every implement you have, and then keep a couple spares around for instances just like these. Now this being our old garden, it had a lot of good soil in there still, and since the chickens have resided in here for probably a little over a year now, the soil's even better. It seemed like a good idea at the time to maybe do a soil transplant here, but it's pretty tight quarters. As much as I try to finagle around in here, it's just not going to work. It's too tight. I did a couple scoops and I tried to bring them closer to the entrance here, but it's not going to be as quick a job as I thought it would be. Well, I'm going to try to make do what I did here, but I'm not going to get much out of here, and heaven forbid I might have to pull out a wheelbarrow. Alright, I got a few materials for the fence that I want to move around and store them temporarily till I'm ready to start doing the post holes. Now throughout my years, consumer products have gotten a lot smaller. Candy bars have gotten smaller, you get less chips in a bag, but these 80-pound bags of concrete I think have gotten heavier since I used to build them up 20 years ago. I've got everything stowed away. I got the garden area cleared out, and what I want to do is I want to till it up once before I start putting the fence post in and make it a little more confined. Everything seems to be going good, and I should be done with this in no time until this next run here. So the tines just stopped spinning there, but it looked like the PTO was still spinning, and it looked like the drive shaft going into the gearbox was still spinning. I'm still hooked up to the PTO, the tractor's off, and the tines spin freely a little bit, and then they catch again. So, don't know if this is a fluke, so I'm going to give it another try and see what happens. Definitely sounds like there's a grinding noise in there compared to when I first started using it.
Okay, I'm going to leave it right there for now. I'm going to pick up where we left off next week. I'm going to continue with the garden. A little heads up, I ran into some trouble with my post hole digger and get an update what's going on with the tiller. If anybody's got an idea what might be happening with my tiller, leave a comment down below. I suspect what's wrong with it. I'll give you a hint. The tiller is not gear driven, so anybody's got any ideas, let me know. And check us out next week. Keep an eye on us. Take care. Subscribe if you like us. Subscribe if you don't like us. And stay healthy.